What's going on, people? Today is April 23rd, 2025. And I was trying to think about something to really talk about in this video. Something that people can resonate with and understand. And really, I found it a hard time. It was a really, really hard time trying to come up with something to talk about until I thought about it. Well, everyone is different. Everyone comes from different walks of life. Everyone does different things. Everyone has different type of jobs, different skill sets, different things that they contribute to society. But what do I do? The reality is, no matter what you do as a man in today's society, it will never be enough. Let me repeat that. No matter what you do in society as a man in today's world, it will never be enough. You will always be behind the eight ball. And this is engineered this way. It's engineered this way with what you eat, what you read, what you watch, what you digest. And what you digest mentally, not biologically, but what you mentally digest. And when dealing with everyday life, everyday people, there's certain things, certain aspects to society that you would think are just common sense, but it's not. Like, honestly, you would think that it's easy to show people around you respect. Respect is like a baseline. There's no bonus points given to respect, though. But it's the baseline. The simple consent to yes or no, checks and balances, boundaries. You know, you would think that that is like just baseline. Emotional intelligence. You would think that if you see that in a man, that he's emotionally intelligent, he understands that he can talk about his feelings, he can handle rejection maturely, he can listen without trying to fix something. Just being emotionally intelligent. But when you give your opinion on something, it's known as toxic masculinity. Why is that? In the world that we live in today, men and women forever have been engineered differently. We function differently in society. What we have to offer are different things and contributions to society. Men, as we all know, you've all heard it, we're problem solvers. We don't like all the nagging in the ear and trying to figure out what's going on, uh, you know, by the constant drag of nagging and bickering. Even if we hear it from another man, we get easily annoyed with that because what we want to do is we want to solve the problem. And it may not be that we want to solve it as quickly as possible, but we're solution based. Women are problem based, men are problem solvers. And that's just the reality. Give a man a project, something he's interested in, something to fix around the house, mow the lawn, grass is grown, overgrown. What do? We fix it by mowing the lawn. The car needs an oil change. We fix it by going in and get the oil change. We have a flat tire in the middle of the road. We don't just keep driving on that flat tire. We get out and we replace that with a spare. Men are problem solvers. Not saying that women are not problem solvers, because you definitely are. But at the innate human experience, men are the solution based. You come to me with a problem, wife, girlfriend, I'm going to fix it. But now, when we do that in this society in 2025, a woman comes to us with her problems and we solicit unsolicited advice because we're problem solvers. It's toxic masculinity. You invalidated my feelings by telling me that, Pete, what he told me at work today, you told me I should just ignore it. or go to my supervisor if it's a problem. Well, maybe, and then the response is, well, maybe I didn't want to go to my supervisor. Maybe I just wanted to give it some time. I don't know if he's actually harassing me or not. Like, we're problem solvers. We're going to give you that unsolicited advice at times. And that's a problem on us because now we understand that we can't do that anymore. So, what do you see men doing nowadays? When women are telling you their problems, we're listening in silence. We don't have any answers to give you anymore. Now we're emotionally unintelligent because we're not saying the right words to make you feel comfortable in your chaos. And that's a problem. Most women are comfortable in their chaos. I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, we are not your therapist. Men are not your therapist. If you come to us, you better be coming to us because you want our advice on how to fix it. Because we're not built to be, we have hunter gatherer mentality. We aren't built to watch you suffer. We're not built to, men are not built innately to be complainers. So I was thinking again, every single day, what do we do as men? It's hard to be a man, like a actual, real, raw guy. It's hard to do that. We have to peel back so many layers to open up and get outside of our shell. And once we finally do that, or we think that we do that with a woman or friend, we just get that stuff thrown back in our faces. I don't know if it's always been this way because I wasn't obviously born in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I don't know how relationships worked back then. Maybe they did. Maybe you guys in the comment section who are older can let me know if that's right or wrong. I know I'm kind of ranting here, but it just seems like being a man is very impossible. It's like the impossible meat. They want us to be impossible meat. They want us to validate their emotions by not validating their emotions. They want us to sexually objectify them without looking at them as a sex item. They want us to see them in these promiscuous outfits in the gym, and they don't want us to look at them. They want to wear these skin tight ass gripper, booty cut leggings. And if you dare look at them, it's sexual harassment. It's not even a double standard at this point. It is straight Delulu. I don't think that we're going to be able to fix this problem. And I personally don't believe that we are going to be able to honestly be a man, what it means to be a real man in 2025. I think that's dead. The 304s, they've won, guys. But I dare say, focus on yourselves. Buy your homes. Pay off your cars. Get out of debt. If you're dating a woman and spending hundreds of dollars on them a month, that turns into thousands very quickly. Just for her to say in 6 months, 7 months, that she's not feeling the same way that she did after you spoiled her and gave her everything she asked for. The bi-weekly nail sessions, possibly putting her on your cell phone bill. You start giving her your real unfiltered opinions, being a man, being a solutionist, being a problem solver. And she's gonna leave you for someone who is going to. It won't be about the money. It won't be about the money. She'll miss the money, but it won't be about the money. See, the reality is most people in America have mental health illnesses. And large majority of those individuals just so happen to be women. Anxiety, depression, suicidal ideologies. The list goes on. And as a man, what we do is we tend to try not to isolate ourselves in a relationship for the most part. But once we realize that the woman no longer really gives a damn about what we're thinking about, and it's all about her, she's become this complete narcissistic person to where she can open up to you about her feelings, about her day. The moment you start opening up about your day and your feelings, you've automatically lost value. I tell guys this all the time. You never tell a woman what you're going through. Never tell a woman what you're going through. She is not your therapist, and you are only her listener. That is the only way it can be. You have those women who want to be nurturers, they're going to be nurturers to their kids that you're paying child support for. That's who they're going to be nurturers for. You're going to be looked at as an asset. That's it. And honestly, you can't blame the women today for doing this. You can't blame women for being the way that they are. The only person you can blame is society. Because society has made this normal for women to behave like this. You literally turn on every YouTube video of random street questions, and all of the women are saying that their guy needs to make $150,000 to $250,000 a year, when the average national salary for anyone is roughly under $50,000. How do you compete with delusion? That's the question that you have to ask yourselves as a man in 2025. How can you compete with delusion? You can't. So when you're not performing to the delusional standards of a female, what happens? They will go to the next guy, or they'll just resort to hookup culture, OnlyFans. I don't need a guy to do anything for me type of mentality. So being a man every single day is being that problem solver. You get laid off from work. What are you going to do? You're going to find another job very quickly, because that's just what you have it in you to do. You have maintenance on your vehicles. You have maintenance on items. You have repairs that need to be made around the home. You know it's not going to get done by themselves. So either A, you're going to hire someone to do it, which is fixing the problem, or you're going to do it yourself. When a woman tells you that you're worthless, that you're useless, ask yourself what it is that you brought to the table. It's very easy for men to get gaslit into believing that they don't hold any value. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they're dating a woman who doesn't hold any value. The only thing on her that man enjoys is what's in between her legs. And once men realize that that's not important, that's only a piece. This woman doesn't bring you any peace. She doesn't bring anything else to the table. She brings problems. She brings you stress. When you try to communicate with her about your issues, it's, oh, well, things will work out. But she expects you to have a full-blown therapy session with her and consult her because you're the masculine guy who's supposed to be doing that. Toxic masculinity, in my personal opinion, yeah, there's problems with it. But the problem is that they're calling regular masculine things that dudes do toxic. Completely negating the fact that we are wired differently. When I wake up out of bed in the morning, I'm thinking about all the tasks I have to complete. And I go down the checklist of all the tasks, make sure that they're getting done. If I've got to mow my lawn, I mow my lawn. If I've got to do something with the kid, do something with the kid. Pick people up from school, do what we have to do. You know, responsibilities. Checking each responsibility off the list. I got to go to AutoZone. I got to go buy a filter for the house. I got to go, whatever it is. It's called adulting. Okay? It's called being an adult. It just, the world that we live in today is so unrealistic to me because I remember a time where things were so much easier. And you know what? I think the decline was when we got introduced to these freaking cell phones. That was when the decline took place, guys. I was watching videos on YouTube the other day. My life in 2007, my life in 2005, my life in 2009, my life in 2010, my life in 2012 and 13. And as I saw the breakdown, the images, you clearly see that mental health is becoming more and more distorted, more and more problematic. Am I saying that we need to get rid of cell phones and limit screen time? No. But what I am saying is like, you have to remember that men and women are wired differently. I know this video was all over the place. I hope it reached some people. Be careful what you allow into your mind. Be careful what you digest. Because a lot of it is crud. A lot of it is fake. A lot of it is a facade. Be careful what you digest. Being a man in 2025 does seem impossible. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stop doing it. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep trying. We're probably going to keep failing, but guess what? We're going to keep trying. It's called main character energy for a reason, guys. I know that a lot of people joke about that, but it is. To the next video, guys.